So you have a green card case that is pending at the National Visa Center or is awaiting interview at the US Embassy or consulate somewhere in the world. And it's taking forever. You know that you have the right or the option to transfer your case from one embassy to another, from one embassy that is a little bit slow to a better embassy that might be faster and help you get that interview in a better way. In this video, we'll talk about the process to move your case from one embassy to another to speed up the processing of your case, and this is applicable for the procedures in 2023. Hello everybody and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is where we explain complex immigration matters in short, simple videos. In this case, we'll talk about the process to transfer your case from one embassy to another because your embassy may be slow, may be delayed, may be closed. We've done a similar video a couple of years ago, and it's time to update the procedures and give you some information as it relates to the procedures in 2023 and beyond. If you're here for the first time and are interested to stay active and follow our videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. So let's jump into the video and talk about the procedures to transfer cases from one embassy to another. As a petitioner, you have the right to transfer your case from one US embassy in one country to another US embassy in a different country. Some of the most common reasons why people will consider to do so is because your case may be pending too long. Maybe your case is pending too long in a particular embassy. Maybe you believe that a different embassy may process your case a little bit faster and maybe in a more favorable way. And maybe your embassy is just not operating at all or in a very limited capacity and you have no choice but to move your case from that embassy. It's important to be aware of the pros and cons of transferring a case from the existing embassy to a different consulate or embassy in a different country. In some cases, we recommend our clients not to transfer cases because it may take longer, just the actual process of moving the case to that particular embassy. So let's start by talking about what is the procedure of transferring your case from the existing embassy to another embassy or consulate in a different country. Remember, the State Department has very clear procedures, and these procedures change on a monthly basis. They change from a different embassy to a consulate. It changes from a different country. Therefore, it's very important for you to be aware of these procedures and be mindful of them when you try to transfer your case. So let's start by talking about if your case is actually sitting at a US embassy or a consulate in a country that you are supposed to go to for the interview. The embassy is holding your case, not the National Visa Center, but the actual embassy. The State Department rules say that you have to contact the embassy that you're interested to transfer your case to first, requesting them permission to move the case to their post. You have to explain why you want to do so and clearly justify in writing why you want to move your case to this particular post. They're not going to move your case to this different post just because you want to. You have to give them a clear and logical reason why you want to transfer your file. If you're not a resident of the country where you want to transfer your case, you have to mention it in the email. Under recent procedures from the State Department, they are more lax with applicants right now that are moving their cases to different countries, and in many cases, even if you're not a resident of their country, they will still allow you to appear for an interview. This new modification just happened recently in the past few months, and it also applies for those of you that are applying for a tourist visa and you're looking to change consulate or embassy. You can also try to do so in a third country without actually being a resident there. These are some recent changes. They apply both to non-immigrant and to immigrant visas. However, some embassies and consulates will still require you to have some sort of residency or link to the country where they are based in, and they will refuse to take your case unless you have that kind of proof. Other countries will not have that issue. And if the embassy will approve your request, the embassy that you intend to go to transfer your case to, that embassy will contact your current embassy and notify them that they approved your request to transfer your file and request the file directly from the embassy. You don't have to contact your current embassy. You can do so as a courtesy way to make sure that things are actually moving, but the embassy that will actually approve the request to take over will do so on your behalf. So to which embassy you should transfer your case? This is a question that I always get asked by clients and people that are watching our YouTube videos. Now, there have been reports either in different forums. We usually track it from our clients and we make a list. And quite a few people that are dealing with US embassies and consulates, like our law firm and other law firms that do that kind of work, we know which embassies are faster than others. For example, there was a time where the US Embassy in Tel Aviv were taking third country nationals from countries in Eastern Europe like Ukraine or Romania or Russian cases, and they were going to Tel Aviv for faster processing. Again, right now, this has slowed down in Tel Aviv and they're not taking as many cases before, but there are other embassies that do so. For example, Uzbekistan and Almaty, and also other countries in Europe that are doing so. So it's really important to stay informed by researching, by talking to your attorney, by working with attorneys that have experience with the US visa embassy processing to tell you which embassies are better, which embassies are faster, and then either hire those attorneys or you can actually do so yourself. Contact those embassies to try to do that transfer by yourself without an attorney. If you do need help to transfer your case, to help you with your MVC case, with your immigration case that is consular stuck right now, whether it's to transfer your case, sue the government, file an expedite, we do all that. All you have to do is send me a text, 619-483-4549. Let me know you watched my video and we'll help you move your case further as well. What about if your case is sitting with National Visa Center at the moment and not at the US Embassy yet? How do you move that case to a different embassy at that point? If your case is still sitting at the National Visa Center, you should write to the National Visa Center, contact them through the portal or in writing through other ways, and request the MVC to designate your case to a different post. MVC in turn will send you a message asking more questions and the reasons for that, and if everything goes well and they agree with your reasons, they will also designate on their behalf the embassy that your case will be sent eventually when that embassy opens the door and opens slots for interviews. So for example, let's say your case is pending in Islamabad and you requested your case to be transferred to Dubai, then the MVC, once they approve that, they'll contact that embassy in Dubai and see if they have interview slots available, and if your case is ready for an interview and ready to be sent, they will process it directly with that embassy. Remember, embassy is not always going to cooperate with you in that respect, but it's always worth to try it as a first step if your case is just sitting in an embassy and not at an embassy yet. Because if a case is not at an embassy, there's no point to contact an embassy if your case is not there. If you want to transfer your K1 visa, your fiancé visa, it's a little bit different. The process is a little bit different because K1 visas move a little bit faster in terms of they don't sit too long at MVC. The best thing to do is contact the embassy that you're interested to transfer your case to, get permission from them. Once they approve the transfer, then immediately contact the embassy where your K1 visa is being processed. It's very important to be aligned and in coordination with both embassies or consulates, and make sure that once approved the transfer, you work with the other embassy to release your file to be able to make sure that your K visa will move faster. So, should you transfer your case if you're currently stuck at an embassy? My answer is, typically, I don't recommend to move cases too much unless there's a good reason. For example, there's been really a bad delay. The particular embassy is not really processing cases. We've seen that many of our clients' cases are stuck. If you see that kind of response, if you see that kind of delays, then yes, consider to move your case. But otherwise, be very careful and use this only as a last resort. Talk to your immigration lawyer. Talk to an immigration lawyer that understands the visa processing, that works with many embassies and consulates, and will be able to give you a decision right there, because sometimes we have to make those decisions fast depending on the time we process those cases. Things change from week to week, from month to month. Today I may recommend for you to move a case, tomorrow I may say no, wait. So once again, the conclusion is yes, transferring cases helps and works sometimes, but in majority of cases you want to stay put and you want to explore all the other options you have out there to move your case forward. And again, if you do need my help with your immigration case at embassy or consulates or NVC, 619-483-4549. I'm here for you to help you move your case forward. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.